things are out of alignment for you in your life right now, that's because you have forgotten that you are the creator. And that's okay. That's why I'm here. And that is what this video is for taking your power back, remembering that you are the creator, getting yourself back into alignment for the new year. Let's get it. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rahaza, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you here. Now, everything, and I mean everything, in our physical reality, in our external reality, is a projection of our minds. Our inner world is what creates our outer world. So if we're looking around at our external world, right, and we're not liking what we are seeing, if our life looks like it's out of alignment, that means that our minds are out of alignment. What it means when our physical life looks like it's out of alignment or our minds are out of alignment, it means we need to come back to ourselves, right? It means we need to come back to our truth. It means we need to stop blaming our specific person, our parents, our friends, the external world, money, life itself being out to get us. We need to stop blaming the world and come back to ourselves, come back to our truth, which is that we create our own realities based on the projections of our mind. It's not the external world that needs to shift, it's our internal world that needs to shift. Our internal world is the only thing that we need to be focusing on when it comes to getting our life into alignment. It has nothing to do with the outside world and everything to do with our internal dialogue. We're about to enter into 2023, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for an up level. It's time that we take accountability and decide that we are going to be the conscious creators of our reality. Now, the question becomes, how do we shift our internal world then? And first and foremost, we need to ask ourselves, well, in order to know what to shift, we need to know what is out of alignment. When we can see, right now I have a troubling relationship with this specific person in my life, or right now my relationship with money is out of alignment, or whatever it is that you can see in your personal life you feel like is out of alignment physically, like in your external world, your reality, your 3D life. What is out of alignment? I want you to write that down, make a mental note of it, just keep it in the forefront of your mind. What is out of alignment? And then I want you to take note of what is the internal dialogue that is replaying in your head when it comes to that thing. So for example, if a specific person is treating you a certain way and that is something that's out of alignment in your life, I want you to recognize the thoughts that are replaying over and over and over that are affirming this person's behavior. Because if our internal world is creating the external reality, then whatever the repeating thoughts are about this person, about their behavior, that's what we need to work on eliminating. We want to become aware of the repeating thought patterns that are perpetuating a reality that we do not want to be seeing, that we do not want to be living in. Then once we have down what's out of alignment, and then we have down what are the thoughts that are repeating and recycling in our brains that are perpetuating that reality, the next thing that we need to do is do different practices that will help us come back to ourselves and back to our truth. When we come back to ourselves, then we are not being distracted by the 3D world. And again, if we're in a low vibe, that means that we are allowing the external world, whatever's happening in our 3D, in our reality, we're allowing that to affect our internal state. So in order to stop allowing the external world to so deeply affect our internal reality and our vibration, then we need to bring our energy outside of the 3D world, outside of the distraction, disconnect ourselves from the noise, from the distraction, from the illusion of the 3D. And we need to bring our energy back into ourselves, back into our truth. We need to go inward rather than focusing so much on what is out of alignment in our external reality. Now, as I just mentioned, when we're tuning in with ourselves, we're tuning in with our truth. Now, what is our truth and how do we find our truth? You figure out what your truth is, what is true for you in this life, by communicating with your highest self. Now, the way that we communicate with our higher self is going to be a little bit different for everyone, but as long as you remember that your truth is the truth that you create for yourself. You are the one who creates the life that you want. So, if your reality is not looking the way that you want it to look, it's because you have forgotten that you are the creator. Your truth is your creator ability. Your truth is the life that you want to see. So if you're not seeing it externally, you need to tune within yourself and tap in with the truth that lives within you. If you're not living in alignment, then you're not living in your truth. Living in alignment means living in your truth. It means being directly connected to God, to the source, to the light, right? Being connected to your happiness. Being in alignment means being happy, living a life that you love, seeing reflected in your external reality a manifestation of your positive thoughts. Living in alignment means your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, the way you feel, the way you show up is positive. It's with the light. It's that regardless of your external world, you are feeling content, you are feeling happy because you're in alignment with your truth. When you're not living in your truth, it means you're too focused on the 3D. You're too focused on the things that you don't want. We need to remember that our inner world is so much more powerful than our outer world. Whatever's going on up here, not only is it going to affect the way that we feel about whatever's happening in our 3D, but it will actually change it. Whatever's going on in your reality right now, you could literally be living the same external reality, the same thing happening in your life, but a different mindset on that life. That is what we're really aiming for. That is what it means to be in alignment. What it means to be in alignment means that it doesn't matter what's going on in your external reality. You know that you're the creator, you are happy with where you're at, and then the paradox is that by being in that world of being in alignment mentally, first of all, you're going to be content with your 3D reality because it's not affecting you, because you're in a mental state where you're just above whatever it is that's happening. But again, the paradox is that by being in a positive mental state, that does reflect and mirror back to you in your physical reality. So having our mind being in the right place affects so much more than just how we're feeling, but it actually literally does physically change our external reality. We can literally switch the timeline that we're on. We can switch to a parallel reality based on the thoughts that we choose to tap into, the ones that we choose to identify with and adopt. Now, we cannot control the thoughts that pop into our heads, right? Think of thoughts like clouds, okay? They come and they go. We cannot control the thoughts that come to us, but we can control the thoughts that we cling onto and adopt as our own. The thoughts that we feed energy to and allow to identify us, that we choose. Like, let's say we get a thought of, I look so ugly and fat today. We could choose to be like, that's an interesting thought. I'm just gonna let that pass by. Or if we don't know that our thoughts are not us, then we could accidentally, and most people do this is the natural human way of being, is we identify with those thoughts and we say, oh, I'm fat and ugly. I guess I'm fat and ugly. Right? Then we take our thoughts as facts. We allow ourselves to identify with those thoughts. And then we just become an identity of a person who is fat and ugly. We allow our thoughts to dictate our feeling. But it doesn't have to be this way. We don't have to allow our thoughts to dictate the way we feel. We can allow our thoughts to just pass by if we notice that there's a thought that doesn't serve us. And again, this takes practice, the practice of observing our thoughts and then letting them just flow by rather than identifying with them. This is a practice. But the point that I'm trying to get across here is that the thoughts that we choose to feed consistently are what is going to determine our vibration. It's what's going to determine our inner world, and that is what's going to be reflected to us externally. Now let's take a look at our lives right now and ask ourselves, what is happening externally that is affecting our internal vibration? For example, your SP is not responding to you. For example, you're not losing the weight that you set out for yourself. Whatever goal or manifestation that you set out for yourself, you're not seeing that being reflected back to you in your reality. Or let's say something just not desirable is happening in your reality right now. What can you do about it? We need to not get discouraged, but realize that we created that. And again, don't get discouraged by this, because if we created it, that means that we have the power and we should take the responsibility that it's up to us to change it. You don't build a completely new life in just 1 month by thinking better thoughts. This is the illusion of manifestation, that whatever you desire is just gonna happen in a day or less. What you do is you build the foundation with manifestation. You become more understanding that your thoughts create your reality. You become so certain and so strong in that belief that the universe has your back. Your self-concept becomes so strong that you have no doubts in your mind that your manifestation is coming. That is the level that we are building up to when we're working on manifesting. So all the techniques that get you to manifest are really just building the foundation, strengthening your belief in manifestation in general, so that eventually you can manifest so much faster. But it doesn't just happen right away the second that you start getting into manifestation. You need to start building the foundation so that you believe that it's possible. Over time, your belief system strengthens until one day you just wake up and you're in a new reality. So to wrap up, in order to get ourselves back into alignment, to recreate ourselves for the new year, we want to tune out the external world. We want to ignore the 3D reality, tune in with our internal world, with our higher self, with the 5D consciousness. We want to strengthen our self-concept, strengthen our belief in manifestation. The goal here is we want to build that foundation for ourselves to be able to manifest more quickly our external world to be reflecting our internal world, because our internal world is what dictates our level of alignment. Now, by the time that this video is out, I would have just released my brand new course, Life from Scratch, which is a course all about recreating your life from scratch, which is perfect for the new year. If you're wanting that reset, if you're really wanting to recalibrate your vibration and get yourself back into alignment for the new year, this is the perfect time to get into this course. If you want support from me on your journey of building a new foundation for yourself in just 4 weeks, then I'm gonna leave all the details for the course Life from Scratch in the description down below. And that's all for me in this video, guys. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like and a comment letting me know what was the most valuable thing you got out of this video. Hit the subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And without further ado, I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Love ya!